Welcome to Creative Pages with Catherine. I'm Catherine, and we are ready for the Creative Memories virtual crop for March 2024. At least I'm ready for it. Kind of. I've gotten 3 of the 4 sketches done. I told you all I would try to be on close to 9 o'clock Eastern tonight, and I wound up running a little bit later. I was doing some other filming, doing some other designing, and lost track of time, but I managed to get 3 of these done that I will live stream tonight for you all. The first one, I'm going to be using our National Scrapbook Day 2024 accessory paper pack because that is what you all voted on the most on my community tab on YouTube. So let me get things switched over so that way y'all can see what I've done for sketch number 4 here. We're going to be out of order this month. It is what it is. Sometimes it just works out this way. All right, y'all. Here we go. Let me get this so I can actually see what I'm doing here. Sketch number 4. Let me tell you this. I don't know what it was about this month, but I have a little bit of a headache after this month. I don't know. Especially that sketch number 1. Did y'all see sketch number 1? Woo! That one took me the longest. But we're going to start with number 4 here. I pulled out my forest mushroom decorative border punch. And when you punch this, if y'all will remember in my short that I did on my YouTube channel, you have to cut it essentially. So, and one of the things I was thinking was, wouldn't it be cool if we used the decorative trimmer when we cut our mushroom punch? So I thought, you know what? This is the perfect opportunity to do that. So give me just a moment here. Let's see. Okay, I've already held up my sketch. Y'all have seen that. Let me get that out of the way. And I'm going to show you my 2 base pages are going to be the brown wood tone. Our project recipe pack has a green wood tone, so I decided to use the brown this time with the, I don't know, this green was, it just wasn't my thing for this one, so I'm not using it. But what I also used was the, why do I keep wanting to call it sherbet? It's kind of like it's in that tangerine palette, that really, really light orange. Mushroom paper is what I've punched both of our mushroom borders from. It has the Let's Get Wild on the back side of that sheet. And what I did was I went ahead and I punched it, and then I used my gentle wave on my decorative trimmer to cut it. And so where I placed my paper when I put it in was basically where my mushrooms were at this second grid line. If you'll look really closely, you'll see there are some like numbers on here. So there's a 2 next to this grid line, and then this is right above where there's a 1 here. So let me see if I can actually even get that on camera. Probably not. So you're just going to have to look at your trimmers. It's essentially the second grid line in here is where I placed my paper, and then that's where I cut my wave. Well, once you cut your wave, you have a companion wave, I guess if you will, that comes with it. So I'm going to be using that on sketch number 3. So here is the companion wave, just so that way you all can see. So I had to cut that on my straight trimmer, and I did that one at 1.5 inches on my straight trimmer. So it's been a lot of cutting just to get our 2 mushroom borders for the bottom of both of our pages. But I think it looks really cute with the wave blade having been used on it, or the wavy, gentle wave on our decorative 12-inch trimmer. So let's get some repositionable tape going here on our mushrooms and get this placed down here at the bottom of our wood tone paper here. And so with this one, okay, yep, that's where the border was running on our sketch. It's just the other one I had to flip the sketch a bit because of the directionality of the actual mushroom. So do be aware when you punch your mushrooms, if you use this paper, you do need to make sure that you punch it the way that your mushrooms are going to be going up and down. We have a National Scrapbook Day mat pack, so I had to pull out some of them for this layout. And this one has the tan mushrooms on the one side, and then the orange gingham are what we're going to use on this page. And these are just going to go up here and down here. So let me add a little bit of tape runner to those, and we'll get them placed. And then I am going to leave some actual designer paper showing to give me a little bit of flexibility for when I go to put my photos on to my page. And I'll talk you through that a little bit here in just a moment. So it's about a 1/2 inch in. It's hard because there's all these waves running through our page. So, and we've got waves down here, we've got waves here. It's just trying to make sure I get my mat on straight here. And then I pulled out our embellishment pack, and we're going to add that little porcupine, and we're going to add our little explore sign here with the arrow. This one's just going to go at the bottom here, at the bottom part of this wave, because you'll see what's on the other side. And this guy is going to get put up on foam squares. And I'm going to use a couple of my large ones to hold him up. We could grab the foam tape and just run it through the middle, but it's just quicker here. And this is going to overlap just a little bit the corners of these mats. But when I go to put my photos on, it's not going to interfere with my photos because I've used the foam squares. So we can actually place a photo here going vertically on our page. We can place a vertical photo here. We can place a horizontal photo here, or we can place even 2 horizontal photos here as well, depending on how we trim up our photos. So really, it's just giving a lot of options with this one. With having the wood tone here, I looked through the mats, I looked potentially at cardstock, and I thought, you know what, let me give myself the most options of how to fill this page when I get to that point. So that's what I did. So it looks a little bit blank now, but there will be photos, or there can be photos later on the page. That was the left side of our page, and now here comes in the right side. And so we're going to start at the same point. We're going to go ahead and add some repositionable tape to our mushroom border again. And this one, I'm glad I explained on the other side of the page, so I don't have to explain it again because it is a little bit complicated. As always, if you all would like me to do a short or another video just showing how to do this, I would be happy to. It really, I think maybe it just sounds more complicated than what it is. Okay, so I have 3 mats on this side, and I pulled out this embellishment to layer over our journal box. I just thought it looked cute when I put it on here, so that's what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and do that first with my repositionable tape, and we're just going to write in the middle of our embellishment because it's a large frame, and I just thought, you know, I don't usually ever cut my photos this small, but I can write inside of here, and it just adds an extra little touch to our pages. So there's that. We have a blue gingham. Let me grab my cardboard again so I can hold it closer so y'all can see the color. So the light blue mushroom and the light blue gingham with the mushroom on it are gonna be, so this one's running this way. And I know that puts our mushrooms sideways, but they're going to get covered with a picture. And if you want, you can even corner around your photos when you put them on as well, just to go in here. So this is going to get covered by a photo. It is what it is. That's part of the beauty of using mats, is you're not going to always use everything that the designers put on it. Okay, so let me double check my sheet to see my placement of my mats here. And there we go. Oh, I put my other one over a little bit too far, but that's okay. I wanted it over just a little bit further. Oh well. You know what? Sometimes in the moment, it just winds up where it winds up. And usually works out for me, thankfully. So this one is one of our layered embellishments. So it already has the foam square, I guess if you will, in it. It was in our customer bundle. So if you purchased the National Scrapbook Day 2024 customer bundle, you will have this embellishment to place on your pages. And then I've also pulled out Life's an Adventure, Live It Wildly to be the title on my page here. And I think y'all know a lot of my decisions are driven by color. And I just let the color work. We're going to cover up a few mushrooms here. Here we go. Just trying to figure out where to place that best. And here we go. So we're going to have two larger photos on this right side of the page. Let me hold it up for you. Here you go. And bring back in the left side of our page. So there's options, definitely. I actually initially was thinking this probably should be over a little further, but that's okay. You know, it usually works out well enough. And I hope you all enjoyed seeing my interpretation of this sketch number 4, using our National Scrapbook Day accessory paper pack and some of our mats and embellishments, and put together a really cute layout, I think. So I will be back on pretty quickly here with sketch number 3, and we will power through, I think, sketch number 1 also, but let's finish up 4 here first. Until next time.